Yeah, let me ask. I mean, as a filmmaker, when you think about authorial vision,
Yes.
right? We have this real focus on a director is in charge of the shot, the director is in charge of the film, all the shots, all the things, and you obviously work with teams and editors, et cetera. I think one of the biggest challenges with Hollywood over the last 15, 20 years is that teams got very, very big. You watch the credits for a blockbuster, hundreds, thousands of people involved in producing one of these films, hundreds of millions of dollars at stake. And that prevents you from having that kind of single authorial vision. You have to work with a huge level of collaboration. I'm curious when you think about AI, is it a collaborative agent for you? Does it empower the kind of authorial vision? And how do you sort of think about the future of filmmaking in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, that's totally how I think of it. Like, I really like Ethan Mollick's book, Co-Intelligence, on this subject. Like, I like the idea of it being sort of a quirky, brilliant, weird collaborator. Like that's the way I look at it. That's like brilliantly good at some things and incredibly inept and stupid at other things. Yeah, I definitely look at it as a kind of collaboration, but I don't think of it as I'm collaborating with a machine. I'm collaborating with the entire history of human expression, right? Like everything that was on the internet that I got trained on, I'm collaborating with that. So to me, it's this social thing where you're collaborating with the human imagination itself and the culture and voice that all of us have developed, over the decades.
Yeah. To me, I think I see it as there are different layers for that. One is as a creator, as a creative, the way that we design our tools and our software and our models are to be a collaborator, to empower our artists to do the things that they want to create and to help them achieve their ideas. We're not creating or designing systems that are one prompt, one shot, give me a final output. But I do realize there are some use cases that might be very powerful on that end. And that's more the consumer side of things rather than the creative kind of like workflow. So, but even within the creative workflow, I do think that the collaborator can also expand to be something that can be more autonomous to give you some results that perhaps you were not thinking and maybe are too complicated to do, or maybe you just need someone else that can run and do that thing. So when we think on a feature film, a creator might have some ideas and take this as a place, and maybe they have one scene that happens here, and they want to have fine control over that scene, and we want to provide as much control as they can to achieve that idea of that scene. But perhaps within that same feature film, there is a sequence film of a car going through Manhattan that is like 1 minute long. Maybe we can think on systems that are more autonomous, that can create multi-shot scenes that can deliver like a longer take with different scene cuts that can also work for that creative. On the other side, and more on the consumer side of things, I think there is a future where we will be generating videos to consume on demand for different use cases, for learning, for support, for entertainment in some cases that perhaps are going to be a little bit more even for entertainment, but they are going to be run on its own by the machine. But the way that we are approaching it today is to be a collaborator for